Hello and welcome to Embracing the Fight. I am Erica Lamar, your digital creator and host. So today is the very first live Q&A for episode 52, Mixed Messages with Freeman Walker Jr. So y'all be kind, be sweet, be gentle. However, before we jump into this conversation, because I have several amazing people that will introduce themselves when the video actually starts, when the live starts. But I need you guys to click like, subscribe, click share on Embracing the Fight. Help me to normalize the conversation surrounding physical and mental health issues and concerns, one conversation at a time. Today's conversation, today's live Q&A is definitely an example of that. Take a listen.
And I was on Embracing the Fight. I don't know the episode, but I know the title was Do You Believe in Miracles?
Yes.
That's about it, I think.
Okay. Who's next? Nick?
Oh, you got a host on here.
Nick, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. Something was going on with my phone. Yeah, I'm a new member with CB Talk Radio podcast with Dwayne and Don. Been knowing Dwayne for years and Don for years, so just glad to be aboard.
Okay, and I have a person in the corner in the left. It just says iPhone.
I don't know if that's me or not. Is it showing my name or what?
No, it just says iPhone. You got a black hat, black shirt with white.
Oh, that's me. My name is Don. They call me D-Dub. I'm on Pressure 23 podcast, CB Talk. Me and Dwayne, and our newest member, Nick.
All right. Dwayne, what you got for us?
How y'all doing? My name's Dwayne. I have a podcast with my co-host D-Dub and the newest member of the cast, Nick. And we have our podcast that's on Press 23 Radio. I'm glad to be here.
All right. And we have Keisha. All right, we'll come back to Keisha in a second. Ladies look like we outnumbered, but we'll start with Dallas. Dallas, can you give us a little bit about what you thought concerning the podcast and ask questions, or what is it that you wanted to learn from Freeman after listening to both episodes?
Well, I gotta say, shout out to you and Brother Freeman. I think y'all need to go ahead and try to join and put y'all podcast together. It was, I'm not really into podcasts much, but I think after watching you two collaborate, it kind of really got me to looking at a lot of different stuff. Of course, even after I went back and looked at my own, I thought about a couple of things that I wanted to express. And then, of course, when you encouraged me to look at the one with you and Freeman, I couldn't stop laughing because I noticed on the first one, which I think he kind of corrected it on the second one, but on the first one, I kept saying, "Oh man, we ain't in the same group. He put everybody as all me." I was like, "No, brother, it ain't all of us. It ain't all of us." But I do, after I listened to the second, I was actually glad I listened to part two because part two, a lot of things that he said kind of opened my mind up to a lot of different things even I have thought in the past. But I just always think that, unfortunately, there's a lot of old school minded brothers that we're faced with dealing with a lot of new school type women, and that don't always mesh. But the one thing that I will say that I've learned, there's always somebody out there for somebody. You always see that one real skinny girl, probably 75 pounds, and people saying, "Man, ain't nobody dating her," but you'll see her with a baby. So there was somebody out there for it. And the same thing you'll see, we see that, 600-pound life or something like that. You see those different women, you say, there's no way somebody out there, but it's always somebody for somebody. So even though, everything that I did not quite agree with what he said, I understood it because at the end of the day, he's definitely going to find that one. He's gonna find that one, and that's why, everybody ain't for us. Of course, I done dibbled and dabbled into that marriage thing a couple of times, and that person wasn't for me. I wish I could have just got it to the point to where I took my time with it, but that's how I live and learn. So never want to say what I
Wait a minute, I'm starting to lose your audio. Can everybody else hear, Dallas?
don't know. It might have
Okay,
went
there
out.
it is.
I
There it
can't
is.
hear.
Okay.
We're back now. It's
All
starting to
right.
fade.
Yeah, I think that other earbud fell out of my ear. So, but yeah, that's what I was saying. At the end of the day, I agree with some of the things, and then some of the things I didn't. But part two actually brought it home. So before I had a lot of things that I wasn't in agreement with, but part two brought it home for me.
Okay, so what weren't you in agreement with just part one, if that was all you had heard?
The biggest thing for me, I think y'all are talking about the pocketbook where he was saying
The perfume.
the perfume. Okay, you can't get that because I said so. Well, I got to laughing because I was like, "Woo, that couldn't be my woman, boy. I have to put the elbow on her or something." But nah, I also have about 185 guys that work for me, and I know everything is about delivery. So that's what I kept just thinking. I understood what he was saying, but maybe it's the delivery that he's giving to us versus the delivery that he probably would give to his actual lady friend. So that's why I kept thinking if the delivery that we're getting on the podcast, hopefully is not the delivery that he would give, because I just can't see these modernized women, black women, or whatever you want to say. I can't see them rolling with it. And that was the thing that I thought. But again, that was the question that I was going to ask him. Would his delivery be the exact same way? Because I can't see that working for a lot of women, period.
You hear that question, Freeman?
Yes. First off, good evening, everybody, and I thank you, Dallas, for your question. So to answer that, of course, you are absolutely right. I can't give the podcast what I give my woman, but the reason why I put that scenario out there as well is to go in depth inside of it, right? And what I mean by that is my woman should get excited because I said so. Because she should know, if I say because I said so, she already know either it's on its way, already got it. That's automatic because it says so. And that's that message. And inside of that as well, we've already done the work of vulnerability for trust and loyalty. So that means if I say because I said so, now I'm held accountable because I said so. Now I already know you want it. I already know how excited you got. Now I'm held accountable to deliver. And I feel like that's what women deserve now. Like if you like crab legs, I'm not just gonna take you to any old spot to have crab legs. I'm gonna take you to the best spot possible for those crab legs in an enjoyable time. And that's what I meant by the purse or the perfume is because I said so, it may be a month later. Then next thing you know, a car gonna pull up at your door. Your bags are packed, because I guarantee you one thing about women, I say pack your bags, they gonna pack their bags. So now all of a sudden it ain't bad because I'm saying pack your bags or a black car waiting for you. They gonna hop in that. It's the same thing. And then when they get there, they gonna see in the room, you're gonna see your perfume, your purse, and a full outfit. My delivery, I feel like it just means more because that's the excitement. You've been waiting on that for so long. I think you deserve to have it a certain kind of way. And that's how the ultimate rim would be, where my woman deserved the finest. And that's my concept. I am old school. I am raised old school, right? I done done Putwood. I done Putwood to being in the hallway. So my focus is pretty much making sure my woman is happy and she has that memory. I remember when I wanted this, he said, put it back. And next thing you know, boom, my baby did XYZ. And that's the full rim of that.
So it's
basically setting her up for the surprise, basically.
There it is. Yes, sir. There you go.
That's an approach you take when, all right, I got you.
Yeah.
I was lost for a minute, but I got you.
Yeah, I was lost. I was lost on that one too. You have to understand, like, the day now, women, they kind of like they're real self-independent, strong. Every woman now has the strong mentality. So you saying put it back, I feel like that's like an insult to a woman at a certain point. You know what I'm saying? So I think the delivery could have been like, okay, just say for instance, like me, if I hear my woman talking about someone, know that she wants some, and she asks for it, I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna see what I could do. But on the flip side, I know in my mind that I'm gonna get it for her. You know what I'm saying? And I surprise her like that, just pop out with it like that instead of the delivery type.
I'm gonna put it right. I'm gonna put it back. I'm gonna put it back person. That's me. That's my character. That's what I say. I mean, that's it. But my woman also know, if he said, I know something about to happen. And that, once again, that's that scale of working to actually know me, as in me for my woman, right? My woman would know that. Like the outside looking in, they may be like,
yeah, that's
go ahead.
What I was trying to, because when I didn't watch the full, I'm gonna be honest, saying, are we talking in the stages of dating, or you act where she can trust you when you say those? Because I heard the one part where you were saying you dated and then there was some conversation and it didn't go well or whatever. So I'm trying to figure out what point of the relationship are we, the dating part?
No. We in Paris. So we in Paris. We didn't got all that understood before I didn't spend my money to go to Paris. You know what I'm saying? Like that trip to Paris, that's something else. There ain't no bus, there ain't no Greyhound bus ride we used to take back in 96. You know what I'm saying? We in Paris. So that we have gotten to a level where you understand me and I understand you. You follow me? But it's that right there. Yeah.
I got you. Okay.
Can I say something?
Mm-hmm.
Two things. I saw Freeman, right? Yes, Freeman. Sorry, y'all. My lighting. When I saw it, and I saw him and Erica going back and forth, I never was like really offended. I was more so like, Erica, what's the problem? And I think the reason is, like I heard Patrick say, like most women are in an independent state. In my opinion, it's just my opinion. The hyper independence is like a trauma response. Like no woman wants to really be that independent. You independent because you have to. Yep. You paying these bills because you have to. You don't have a man that you could depend on and say, I got your back.
But I don't think that's necessarily true, because you have a lot of women that still have good men that will still bust out and say, look, I could take care of myself. You see what I'm saying?
Wouldn't that be a trigger of therapy? That should be a trigger of therapy of that woman understanding. It's a root, something is going on, because I'm an advocate of therapy. And I had to learn and hold myself accountable for this. And 9 times out of 10, that's a root somewhere of an issue somewhere, if it's still the independency, because technically the definition of independent, something going on with that woman if it's like that, right? Like the woman, they have to. Well, if you're in a situation where you don't have to and you still have those forces of having to, those are situations that got to be weeded out. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Right. I mean, go ahead. My bad.
I was skipping, but I was going to say, but can it be a tendency of just reality for that woman?
Reality, as in,
I mean, that's their reality. Or should I say, if you're raised a certain way, just say you carry that trait, right? You pretty much bound by, like, okay, I was raised like this or whatever. or just say if you're around something. I mean, like the women, a lot of women today, not just saying all women, but like a lot of women today, they so internet, how I want to put internet size, they just the internet. And you have a lot of them be like, shit, I could just, he's talking about taking me to Paris. That's like a trip to California to me, when I could get anybody to do that. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't
So
want that. If you did, I don't want that woman. She too expensive for me, Jack.
And I think it depends on like the age of the woman. Like
Oh,
I
okay.
have little cousins who have somebody will say, I'm about to take you to Paris, and they like, oh no, I just want to go to Miami. I want to turn up. They having some festival there. It just kind of depends on where the woman is in her life. Like I've been that woman before who just, oh yeah, I want him to take me here, take me there, whatever the case may be. But as you get older and realize like what relationship and codependency is, you seek and desire like different things.
Yeah.
So there are some women like that, but it's just like, what type of woman do you want to attract? You want the turn up girl, or you want the girl that's content, healed, happy, can communicate, or whatever? I mean, not saying the turn up girl not happy, but everybody just, it depends on how, well, not even age, honestly. I take that back. It just depends on what stage you're in.
Okay, Shamonte, you wanted to say something?
It's based on lifestyle too. You deal with people in these stars, you know what I'm saying? Like at 20s, you might be on the turn up. Your 30s, you might be like, yo, I'm just focused, I'm real serious about life. 40, you more on the chill and want to travel. And you're gonna meet people in each different stage. I think a lot of times, we hold on to the common things, like you've been doing it for 15 years, but in the first 7-8 years, you don't change. Your whole direction is going somewhere else, and you with somebody that doesn't matter. It no longer fit that lifestyle I have. And a lot of times, women have that. He wasn't the man I thought he would be, or provide me yada yada yada. It's based on perception on how she visualize life. Mm-hmm. Brother can't give her that. She gonna opt out. Or with a guy. This ain't what I thought I wanted, and he gonna opt out. So it's all trial and error. I think us and the audience is more serious to the point where we've did a lot of stuff, and we don't want to waste time with someone trying to do the whole figuring out. It's like, when you come, I should know exactly what you want to do. Tell me what you desire. How you like he said, Freeman. He has a excellent business acumen. The way he was talking about finances, I'm gonna get behind her. We're gonna build this business. That's how his mind works. That's his power position. Yeah. For her, she didn't acknowledge that. She was just like, well, I just wanted to, see what you like as a person, make me laugh. Or so they probably just coming with different approaches from my observation. And they was just at points. He'll meet someone that's on the same way that he on and be like, yo, I like the way you think on that business move. Let's combine this. Let's do this. Ain't gonna have no more problems after that. She'll get one that supports us, but if it rise or fall together, you get what I'm saying?
So I've been cussed out. Yeah, I've been cussed out a lot. Trust, I've been cussed out a lot. First date concepts, second, third date concepts. I've been cussed out a lot. I've even been told, I'm not a savior. You don't say this hoe. I've been told that.
Now,
like,
what do you mean these women?
and these are educated women that have businesses, but they in a hole.
Hey,
so you coming to go ahead, brother.
I was gonna make a suggestion. You'll probably find yours off doing business. That's when you'll find her, because y'all in that, like, don't go to, I'm gonna holler at her first and see what she about. No, when you making your business move, the woman you was probably gonna be somewhere where you trying to do business, and that's when you gonna click. But just picking up a girl off a date now, it ain't gonna click. It ain't gonna.
And see, that's what I was saying. Like when he was saying about the business side of it, most of the women that I've ran into that, because that's the first thing that I kept saying. I wanted to meet somebody that had the same business mindset, somebody that wanted to grow and get some things that I wanted to get. In my experience, those type of women normally are looking more to be not quite your equal, but not too far behind. So that's why, I was wondering, what type of woman are you really looking for? Because if you look at it, almost sounds like you and I are looking for the exact same thing. I want somebody that is going to help me. If I'm always pulling you along, that's not what I'm looking for. I want when I'm down, you up. When you up, either way, we're gonna get each other the same. But with that comes, that's the type of woman that's gonna be sitting there. She don't want to have all of the say, but she at least want to have at least a 60-40 in the say. She want to be able to say certain things and have that certain input, kind of like what all you brothers were saying, that's more of a independent. And I think that to me, that was always the goal. I'm getting the love. The love is actually going to come, but at the same time, I don't need anybody that I got to teach the finances to. If I have to, I will. But I really want somebody that's actually going for the exact same thing I'm going for. I don't want to live, and no knocks on anybody that's in apartments or anything. I don't want to live in an apartment all my life. I wanted to get a house. So if I had a woman that was not in that same mindset, I knew we were not going to move at the same pace. So there's things like Freeman said, going to Paris. I don't want to keep going to what is it? I don't want to keep going to Miami as the highlight of my vacation. I want to hit some of them things. I want to go to, Dubai and go to, you never hear anybody talk about going to Italy. Well, that's why I want to go spend my time on the white sands in Italy. So, I want to do some things that's different. And if I have somebody that's always trying to do the turn up in Miami, we not finna click. We not finna get together. I mean, no matter if you do what I tell you to do and all this other stuff, still, I'm looking more as a business partner, more than somebody that, and I got the old school mentality, but at the same time, I have adapted my ways to understand the women that we're dealing with right now to this day.
But let me tell you about this. You mentioned Dubai. Okay. I've been to Dubai, all this good stuff. Successful women, see the pictures. Next time you go to Dubai, let me know. Cool. We can go 3 months. Let's get it together. Get it together. When it come down to the finances and excursions, you know what happened? Oh, I'm used to the man taking up. No, you got the wrong one over here, cat. We need to figure this out. What you paying for, the excursions I pay for. Now, mind you, I'm a gentleman. I'm gonna take care of the meals. But while we this overall trip, we gonna figure this out. And all of a sudden it turned. See what I'm saying? All of a sudden it turned. Now, this is the same successful woman with degrees, got the salary and everything else, but yet and still, it's like they want their cake and ice cream, and it's like, come on now. Like,
but what was the discussion before you left, though? Did you have a discussion that, okay, I'm going to take care of XYZ, and then we'll get over there, this is what we're going to do? Or was it more like, oh, look, it's a camel ride, let's go do that? And you're like, hold up, I ain't signed up for that.
I know. These women are not like that now. I'm talking about having that discussion. They are not. And I'm talking about women, celebrities. Listen, I've been cussed out by celebrities that on their high horse, and I've been cussed out by the doctors in whatever. And it's like, what is wrong with you? Like, I am not paying $7,000 to take it. Like, that doesn't make sense, dude. It's like, I want a unit. Hey, where's the unit concept? Because if I know you are supportive as a unit, and I only know a few women that's like that, that even think like that. I got homegirls that really think like that, but it's rare. Where's that kind of woman that's like, okay, babe, let's sit down. Okay, let's do XYZ. Let's do it together.
Yeah.
Not 50-50. It's just, we're doing it together.
Look, we out here.
Where? What? Please tell me where.
Definitely.
Brittany's over there. And Keisha.
Y'all listen, Erica, you invited the wrong person. Because listen, y'all can't put, I mean, not just you, I'm just saying everybody. It's like these women, our women don't go in one pot.
Okay.
100%. Okay. Well, 70% over here. The other 30 where that 30% at that we looking for? Well, where is that 30? Because even on social media, you can do a poll of 100 women. You know, you're going to get a return of 30% out of that. Out of that 30%, 70% is going to be what we're talking about. Of those, that Brad 30 out that 70%, that's what we're looking for.
Okay,
if I'm busting my butt to do what I need to do, I still have old school mentality, methods, and efforts. Where's that woman that's like, you know what? I'm digging free. I would love to get to know him. Where's that woman?
Okay, so look at that 30%, right? So I look at, my friends in general, the majority of them are not like on dating sites. So you wouldn't catch them there, anyway. You really got to look for and find, a woman like that. Now, I've been on dating sites and I've met some weirdos, some very strange people. And I had to learn that different sites, draw different kinds of people. But when I actually meet a man in person and actually have a conversation with him, I get more out of that than on a dating site, because people are so busy, clicking and flipping and going past a person that they see a person's substance, but then they're like, oh, I like the way this one looks, or oh, this one lives close to me, or oh, this one, does this or that for me. And a lot of women get passed over. So a bunch of them, you don't even use dating sites, for that. Because then the other thing that I found with dating sites, there are a lot of married men there. So that leaves us jaded too, because here we are thinking, oh, we met Prince Charming and this dude's actually married, but that's a whole different subject. So if you're going to find, the woman that you're describing, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to find her, on a dating site. You might, but I mean, it's going to be like a diamond in the rough.
So you're saying, a lot of women that's like what we are speaking of right now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I tell you what, you do a live episode and you bring them on the show then. And because there's a difference between you knowing them as a friend versus the actual person that
I will say this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't go in thinking like that. You know what I'm saying? Don't go in thinking, if you automatically thinking yourself, because I used to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, all they want is bread, all they want is the money, and I held that for so long that anytime I would see a woman and I thought was like, fly or whatever, oh man, she gonna be all about the money. I had already prejudged her, you know what I'm saying, before I even said anything, until I said something and I realized, oh, she wasn't like that at all. You feel me? So it's like, still be optimistic, you know what I mean? But like, all women are not like that, you know what I mean? It's because you only need one, you know what I'm saying?
I 100% agree. And I believe in prosperity mindset manifestation. What I am saying is, where they are, just like E is saying, she got a flock of them. Well, guess what? Do a live, and I would love to see them, to have that conversation. Me and other single brothers, right? Because they're looking for us, we're looking for them, if that's the case. Because it is hard out here to cipher, to even find, to have that conversation with that kind of woman. That's what I'm saying.
But then that's the other thing too, because a lot of the women that we're going to call in, but actually aren't on here right now, they were saying that when they heard, you say about the perfume per se, and you were saying, put it back. And then you talked about, getting a car to pick them up and take them on a trip. So they said one thing was controlling and the other thing was romantic. And from those two things coming together, when somebody, so it's the same to you because that's who you are. But when we're out here dealing with what we're dealing with, and then we hear, something like that, half of it appears controlling and the other half of it appears romantic. And then you're in the middle saying, do I want to give this guy a try? Is he more controlling or is he more romantic? So when they hear things like that, they automatically, throw up a flag or a block saying, you know what, do I want to step into this? Do I want to try this? And what would have to happen on the back end is, say, for instance, like with my friends, I would have to go and be like, oh, he's a great guy, which I did. I've told him, great guy, someone you should really, get to know. But at the same time, they're still hearing that, in the back of their minds. Now, that didn't bother Brittany and it didn't bother, a couple of my other friends, but The ones who it did bother, maybe it's a trigger. Maybe, you know, it's something that they had to deal with previously, but it doesn't negate the fact that they are the type of woman that you're looking for.
Well, get what? I don't have nothing to do with that. They're gonna have to step up because I said get in the car. You're gonna get in the car because you know what it is, right? I said go put it back. It's the same thing. You can't see what I'm saying? You can't pick, you can't do that. I'm gonna be me. That's what it is. I don't sugarcoat nothing. I don't send a representative. I'm just me. So I say go get in the car. And you see that black car out there, man, they're gonna be skipping to that black car. I go put it back.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. This Keisha. I wouldn't say that.
We gotta establish context though.
Yeah, hold on. Y'all let Keisha get her piece in.
You are a very dominant male. Very dominant. And there's nothing wrong with being a very dominant male. I notice you keep stating old school values. I was raised by my great grandparents. So that's old school values on a whole nother level. They were born in 1913, 1914. So what I gained from them is a whole nother level of respect. Now, the things that you spoke on, I respect it. I understand the unity aspect of it. If we go to Paris and it's something that I want to do, regardless if you took me or not, if it's an excursion and I want us to go, I'm going to pay. I don't have a problem with that because I'm not there with you or no man for that man to take care of me. A lot of women mistaken a relationship, the current relationship, as the male should take care of them because they keep reverting back to the old school values. But they really misunderstanding the old school values. Everyone has a role. Back then, the woman's role was to take care of the house. The man went out and worked. Nowadays, women work, men work. Men always talking about unity, 50-50. There is no such thing as 50-50. There's no such thing as 50-50. It is impossible for you to get 50% from someone because everyone has a different characteristic trait about themselves is going to be dominant, and they're going to give or provide more in that aspect than everyone else. So I acknowledge and respect a lot of the things that you said. I have listened and I see your point of view. I understand you saying, okay, after some months down the line, we go to Paris and you said put it back. Now, if I've been in a relationship with you and I'm putting in the work, I know you. I know you about putting in the work, I'm putting in the work. So I know at that point, if you telling me to put it back, there's something with it. But it's always a way to handle it. You can't come into a store and tell me, put it back. I don't care if I know you 100 years. We're not in that store alone. And respect is due. Now, if you came up to me and whispered, put that back.
Wait a minute.
I might say, hold on, wait a minute. See, and that's another thing too. You dominate. When you, at the moment that you decide that you want to
I was
speak,
just gonna edit that
that's
part.
it. You don't want nobody else to speak. But, and I get that. But see, at this point, what they call me in the bullpen is an alpha female. So therefore, I am very, very similar to the type of male that you are in a female version. So I understand and respect everything you're saying. I do, 100%. But respect is the 120% that must be given at all times in a relationship. All times. As long as you give respect, some people may call it bow down or whatever. Long as the respect is given, a male or female will submit. If you are doing everything you're supposed to be doing as a male, supporting and doing all that, a woman wants to submit. But the lack of respect for her position, whether she's a broke one that don't want to get about it, because everybody is not going to have the same let's get to it business mentality that you're going to have. And some people say, oh, okay, you got to dumb yourself down for this person. No, that ain't it. You got to have enough respect for yourself to know what's important for you. Now, is it important for you to have a woman that's about her business, grinding, hustling, and getting her money? Because if she getting her money, it ain't too many Paris trips going on because she 100% focused on getting that money. And when she focused on getting that money, as a woman, somebody going to come up short. And guess who it's going to be? You, as the male. There's no such thing as giving 50-50 in a relationship. Unity is knowing what you are willing to sacrifice respectfully. So if I want my woman to have, I have a lot of things that I do. And I know as a woman, with the things that I'm doing, somebody is getting neglected. And for me, I said I am not willing for my kids, my two males, I have an adult male and a 12-year-old. I'm not willing for my kids to be neglected. A man, I got 3 businesses. I'm going to get out and get it at all times. And they working. And hey, anytime if I'm dating someone and they say, hey, here's this idea, I'm all for it. Let's go get this bag. But there's no way possible we can respectfully grind the way you're saying and be happy. It's not possible. Somebody somewhere is missing something.
If it's like any business, you know what I'm saying? The business is going to end at some point. You know what I'm saying? Both parties aren't mutually invested. Somebody going to want to, hey, buy me out. So anytime you build a relationship on that concept, prepare for that. 2-3 years, you're going to be a struggle. And if it doesn't turn over any reward, it's going to collapse. This is why I never try to put the idea of the business aspect when building a relationship on my partner. You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, if we get together and things work because of our nature and we build a business, see, now we've established love that we know that we're on part ways from each other because of this, in spirit and mind and body. We just built the business. We in it for life. We married in life, in love, and also in business. So go with that aspect first. And this is why you have a lot of people that, hey, they went the business route, got married, and they get a divorce. Hey, now you got problems again because you got to, especially on the brothers, we get taxed. You know what I'm saying? I didn't go about it the correct way. And I'm just sharing some perspective of how the traditional part. Let's keep in mind the time period of that traditional relationship. Women couldn't work for a while. They had to fight for the rights to work. The man had to take care of the home. So it wasn't that, oh, she had the opportunity to work, but I just took care of. No, that wasn't the situation. That was social structure at that time. Today, it's a whole new thing. Both parties damn near got to work to even survive because the cost. So we have to keep in mind that they design where if women gonna work, then we need to balance it out to where we control the financial scale so everybody can't be wealthy later on. You know what I'm saying? If we want to get so I had to say that is that in this now, unless you a business owner or corporate head, CEO, things like that, you know, it's not going to be a plethora in terms of the finances. You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, you can't build your wealth, is what I'm saying. I'm not going to be 20 years old, straight out of college, making $100,000, $200,000. I'm going to have to put some groundwork. But if the woman I'm trying to date is expecting me to provide that at 25, I'm fresh damn near out of high school, then we're going to have problems. 30, I'll figure it out. Work with me on that. Let's build. A lot of times, you still broke, you struggling. Okay, I'm gonna keep on building my joint up. Now 40, I done figured it out. I'm financially well off. now I'm a prime candidate on the business side of things, but I don't want to date you because I know why you here. You didn't love me in the purest form. And that's where we got to get back to establishing like, yo, take your finances off the table. Who are you as a person? You know, can I love you? Like, if, you know, show me the signs that you're going to support me. I fall and scratch my leg. See what happened to my leg. That shows me like, oh, she really care about me. Same thing with her. Is like, if I see her and she do something, I step in. Like, yo, let me take care of that. No, you step back. Let me handle these over here. Now she can see that security. Now she can trust. Then we can build a relationship and things should evolve. But we be going in like, what you do for a living? Already over.
Let me address. All right, so let me address just a couple of things that you said. All right, you said you're an alpha female. I just don't believe in an alpha female. I mean, you alpha because you had to be. It's no such thing.
Oh, no.
So hold on, let me finish. I'll let you talk. Hold on, give me the mic back. Thank you. So this is the thing. You stated respect, right? If you in Paris with me, you know I respect you. And I'm even killed when I'm saying put it back. And the way I say put it back, on a podcast, of course you get that. But it's visually, if you're in front of me, I'm in your ear, kiss you on your cheek, hey, put that back. And I'm going to handle my business. I say what I mean what I say. Say put it back. That's it. You gonna know that. Now, you spoke about working and you got to get it and you got these kids and you doing all that. Some organization skills got to be in. I'm an organized guy. We don't work smart. We don't work hard. We work hard in a different form over here. We allow money to move and let the money work for us. That's what we do. And if you was with me, Miss Keisha, you will be moving your money with me. You wouldn't be out there with them kids and got to do all this or whatever. No, it's gonna be organized. I'm gonna have set pedicures for you. I'm gonna surprise. It's gonna be more mental, and that's what I'm saying. And that's me. That's me as Freeman Walker Jr. I can't speak on another man, but I can tell you me. So while you barking and aggressive, it's for me to say, calm down. I got you, baby. We're gonna do this a little different. And that's all I'm saying. Okay.
Now, question. I got a question, Freeman. And it's not no attack or anything like that. I'm looking at when you say that because I see vividly what you're saying. Like, yo, you ain't even got to say nothing. Got you. If I say you got it, get that. I think the problem is that sounds good. It's getting to that point is where thinking you're looking for. How do I get the woman to see that I can get her that? You know, and I think it may be just off the top. You may be aggressive off the top. Like, yo, I'm checking this checklist. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, nah. You know what I'm saying? But when she can get that, then I can, where what you're speaking on, I can say, I ain't gonna get that right now. Put that back. All right, cool. I get that. Instead of just being like, put it back. It's like a child. That's different.
Delivery is how you say it.
He doesn't respect her position. That's what I said. When you come into a relationship, you have to respect that person's position. Everybody is not in a position you in, and then the lack of respect.
Oh, you got that wrong.
I don't know you, but I came in and
no, we're not doing that.
Made you aware that I respected your position. But you're gonna tell me, hey, I got the mic or whatever. Sarcasm, I give you the mic, but do you really want it?
Yeah, I want it. Yeah,
that's
I want
the question. Because you talking all this talk, you talking, but do you really want it?
Yes,
I don't think you want it. Because you're talking about all the smart moves you can make not to put action. The only thing that's moving is your mouth.
Well, it's the only reason why.
Actions are respected, not words. Actions are respected, not words.
So this is what I'm telling you. In the scenario, ma'am, we're in Paris. That is action. You about to get a purse. I am saying put it back. The way I'm saying put it back, like I've probably said before we ain't got to Paris. That's it. After that, as I stated on part 2, what happened in the spectrum of you putting it back, and I stated with Mr. Dallas. Why? Because I feel as though you deserve it a certain kind of way. So I need you to not hear me. I need you to listen. And that's what I'm saying. Yes, I respect who's mine, and I respect women. But at the end of the day, I want you to really, really just listen to where I'm coming from. Cause I'm here for it. I want it. Okay. Okay.
I got it.
Okay. Well, get me there, baby. I'm here.
So before you get a little bit further, you said that you want me to want it. You may expect I deserve it a different way, but you're not still respecting my position. Even though you want me to have it in a more extravagant way, basically what you're saying, forget how I feel about it, my position about it. You want me to want it the way you want me to want it. It's a different, hey, this ain't the slave days. You
just prove my point about the cat. This is why I said what I said about the cat.
Okay, man.
You just prove my point about the cat.
All right, Master.
You see, y'all see that?
This is what I'm talking about the cats. By 2050, analytically, this is why the cats are going to go into effect.
Wait, time out. So this is why this is called mixed messages. You can hear the perspective of a woman and a man. We all heard the exact same thing, and we're all taking it two totally different ways. Okay, so Brittany, go ahead and tell us what you wanted to say.
I was going to say for me, I'm a pretty dominant woman. I kind of always have been, but honestly, me, I didn't look at it like that. Now, initially on there, when he was like, put it back, then I was kind of like, okay, let me tune in a little bit more. Let me see what he's going to say. But if you paid attention later, he was like, hey, baby, put it back. So then I adopted the perspective of he's going to say it in a loving way. And if you told me to put it back, then guess what? I trust you, I protect you. So guess what? Now the demand is on you to give me that back. I don't know when I'm getting it. I don't know how I'm getting it. But if you can tell me, baby, get it, put it back. And I'm gonna say, okay. But I don't know if it's, demographically, I don't know where y'all are from, but to me, that wasn't like a, like I feel like we almost treating it like he said, bitch, put it back. But that's just me. He put the skirt after he showed me, he put the skirt on it. So when you have to sit, like I said, I respect him. I've dated men that's aggressive as him. It doesn't bother me. It's funny. I'm gonna let you do what you want to do because I want to see you do. I want to see you be aggressive. I want to see how dominant you're gonna be. I want you to take control. Come on, bring it. But I'm not gonna tolerate the disrespect. Now that's why I draw the line. And
I don't think I looked at it like that.
You can because I'm dominant.
And I'm cool.
And I want
you don't respect my position.
In that bit of interaction between the two, you saw both dynamics of what dating is. He was saying he was making a point, probably good in nature with hey, it wasn't trying to offend, but she heard it and she counted it real quick. Wow. He heard and she probably had no ill intent or anything like that. But it triggered something with him. And that's kind of like sort of what we all been kind of dealing with, where we meet somebody and I might say something like, like I'm all for what you have the degree and things of that nature and, pride and goals. But for me, I'm not looking at goals, and I might be looking at you. How are you as a person? How's your mom? How's your, because I'm assuming my position already as a man stepping in, like I understand you, but you're gonna be looking at me to hold it down. So I'm looking at, and can I be? And I love you enough to be accountable for you? But anytime I come with that approach, women don't like that because they feel like I'm shunning them. Like, oh, I got this, and I'm not.
He made that we can't see.
What's that?
You need to see your face.
He made a important point about counseling. A lot of people, even if you feel as though you don't need counseling, everyone should go get them some form of counseling, whether it's spiritual, mental, physical, or something. Everyone needs to invest in some form of counseling, some form of meditation for yourself. So I understand. For me, my counseling was it may have been a little court order, but at the same time, I didn't learn from the initial counseling.
We didn't hear that point. Your counseling was what? Because I could have told you that had some bootleg counseling the way you talking to me right now. Well, your counseling was what?
So I'm with it. I'm here for all of it. Okay, so I've done anger management 4 times. Now, and each one of those times, they taught me how to recognize triggers. And for me, that made me aware quicker when somebody was trying to piss me off. So that only thing that did was made me more yeah, that made me aware of my triggers. So when I went in front of it took a male judge to do this, an older male judge. He said, I'm gonna send you to the victims. So when I went to the victims, it wasn't until then that I got it. It wasn't until I saw the point of view from those people that had been hurt by the anger that I got it. So I laugh at things now because I understand people can easily be hurt by some of the smallest things because we're all human. So therefore, you have to respect people's position. Some people are aggressive. Some people are passive. You have to respect that person's position and understand and listen to understand, not listen to defend, listen to understand everybody's perspective. So you may feel as though that I was like, oh, okay, this dude, blah, 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 blah. No, that's not. I understand your perspective, and you are absolutely right. You deserve the woman that you want. You deserve that. But at the same time, maybe you should go to the victim, and then that way you will, and I'm just saying this is a suggestion, you will understand how some of the things that you are saying to people that triggering them to say some of the ugly things that they're saying to you. You have to understand how what you're saying make people feel. And we're not going to do that for you. You got to go somewhere and see some hurt people that have been whooped, beat up, shot. It's going to take something serious.
Wait, hold on. Wait. Before you go there, Freeman, I get what she's saying at that point. Like the women who were triggered on the video when you said put it back, those women may or may not give you a chance. But if you had the opportunity to speak with them to find out what made them feel that way when they heard what you said, then you'd be able to, understand them or understand where they were coming from. That's all she's saying at that point. Not saying that you might want to do that.
Thank you for saying that. Now, let me just say this. As a brother that have been through whatever I've been through, every brother's been through to get to where he is right now, right? That's a sign of what you call a trigger, meaning get yourself together before you even communicate with me, because that's something I'm not interested in. Everybody have flaws. But when it comes to a trigger or what somebody had been through, for example, if somebody been beat and you still got that on you, that ain't for me. I'm not finna, no, I'm not, you ain't finna treat, because I've been through that. I didn't understand it. I've been through a woman throwing a hot iron at me, and that's the way she fight, because that's how she fought her ex-husband. No, player, I'm about to call 911, stand on that corner, because I ain't trying to go to jail for 12 hours. I need an escort to get my stuff out this apartment. My uncle taught me that. What I is she got to get that together before it comes to me. And I'm sure other brothers see the same thing. Y'all got to deal, and I'm not putting every woman in that, but certain triggers you got to deal with before, if I'm approaching you the way I'm approaching you, because I had to deal with mine. So you got to deal with yours too. And if I'm wrong, somebody correct me on that now.
So Keisha,
didn't I trigger you? Didn't I strike you? Didn't I poke you a little bit?
No, you didn't.
You got work. Yes, you
no,
did.
You just said I didn't respect, and
you don't want nobody talking while you talking. It poked you. You don't want nobody talking while you talking. It poked you. You hate that's your pet peeve.
So Keisha, I got a question for Keisha. All right, I'm not sure if this was before you came on, but we were saying that it's all about the delivery, depending on how it should have been said. So from your perspective, how would you want your guy to tell you to put it back, or what would that look like? because to me, I still feel like each one of us on here will deliver that to this, that particular woman a certain way. And the crazy thing about it, we would deliver it different depending on the woman that we're dealing with. So I'm asking you from your standpoint, how would you want your guy to tell you to put it back?
It, like you said, basically depends on the situation and the state of relationship that we're in. So I'm gonna give you 3 examples. If we're in a state that you're dating me and you see that I am mismanaging funds and you are helping me and you come to me and you say, put that back, I should respectfully put that back, regardless of however you saying it, because every time I come up short, you help me. So if you coming there yelling to the top of your voice and every time I do something stupid, you say, guess what? I'm going to put it back. Because when I need it, you got it. I'm going to put it back. I don't care. I ain't embarrassed of next. I'm going to put it back and walk out of there like a mom. Now, if it's a dominant man, like a controlling man, and I could be in the same financial situation. I don't usually do the controlling, that's kind of like because that's people usually be suffering from other stuff when they be controlling like that. So when, a dominant situation, when a man is just too dominant to the fact that he almost like aggressively dominant, if he said, I probably will catch a flight. I wouldn't even be there. So we could just say that I'm not going to be there. So if it's a man that I'm basically the primary breadwinner in the house, and he comes in there and he respectfully say, hey, put that back. Now, I'm the primary breadwinner. We're a unit, regardless if I make the most or not. If you tell me to put that back, I'm putting it back because we're a unit. I respected the situation when I got in it. If I'm the primary breadwinner and you come in and you get on the side and say, hey, put that back. Now, I got it. I'm going to put it back because I'm with you because I respect your position. So I'm going to put it back. It's just the dominance of, the controlling or how the delivery, it does make a difference. But like I said, the situation itself of surrounding the circumstances plays a part in the response. So when he first said put it back, I was like, oh, for real? But then I listened to what he said a few minutes after. He was like, I'm going to send a car, I'm going to do all that. And that's good. And I appreciate that. But if I'm dating you a month, I know that's what you're going to do. Exactly. If I'm dating you 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I learned you enough to know what you're going to do.
Because and not, again, the time period. Because as he said, I probably would have said it like that at some point if I'm 5-6 years in. And I'm like, yo, we keep buying ish that we don't need, man, put that back. You know what I'm saying? And she'll understand because we've established that. If it's, like he said, 3 months in, and we on a date or something like that, I'm gonna be like, hey, no, we ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? In a jokingly or respectful way. So it just depends on, maybe in the context, it wasn't established you in a serious relationship or you just dating phase. You can't say it. You can't say that statement, the same way in those scenarios.
It's like you said, a delivery part, just how you deliver it.
105.
Yeah.
Now put it back.
Hey, you said it nice. I'm gonna put it back. No problem. Especially if you told me every time I do something stupid, I'm gonna put it back immediately. I might drop it.
Put it down. I'm with that. And
so I know we all were sitting here saying, well, I ain't gonna say we all. I know I said, you're looking at things like when you started dating, you're kind of looking at it from the financial standpoint. And of course, anytime, nowadays I say the new age women or whatever you want to call it, everybody wants a voice in this. So I know Keisha said that 50-50 is impossible. So my question to that is, would 50-50 mean that you get that say? Do 60, because the reason I said that, just because we paying 50-50, I think as a man, when you're going from the biblical standpoint or the respect standpoint, I think I still should have that leverage a little bit over. But if you're paying 50-50, do you think that you have just as much say? And I'm sorry, Erica, for taking over, but do you think you have just as much say as that man, or how do you do that in your relationship?
No, because you're the man, and I'm going to respect you as in your position. I'm going to respect your position. if I'm married and I'm in a relationship and you the man, and I'm not gonna even certain things there's gonna be in your relationship, you set limits. If you tell me, hey, up into this amount, I don't care. But at this amount, and it could be a low amount, it could be $300 I need to check with you. And I could be putting majority in. If I'm saying we 50-50, that's half of your money just like it is mine. I'm not going to say, hey, I put more than you in there. I'm going to say, hey, because I don't know what you got planned. I'm going to say, hey, is it okay if I do this? And that's out of respect for your position. It's not asking you like you my father. It's just out of respect for your position.
Now, my idea of the 50-50, it should work. This is what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm half of the human being and you are, right. But the thing is, I think is that you go in with the idea of the 50-50, but we know that it's not in some cases when we say, hey, all right, well, he's going to contribute more because a man naturally assumes that position. You know what I mean? You ain't got to tell me that. I already know, you know what I'm saying? The thing for you may be, you may provide more in the nurturing field, or something of that nature. So it balance out. It's not where it literally has to be the number in itself. I think we got caught up in the number versus what parties are bringing.
And I believe I explained that the structure of the pie in the video as well of me being with someone that, and it's not even a 50-50 concept, is a pie structure, which is the bill account, 2 petty cash account, checking account, saving account. All the money goes in one, and then the bills are paid. Then you got agreement on petty cash account. You got the checking account that represents the travel account, and then the saving account. And I believe I explained that. I don't know if I have or not. That way, whatever that card that you use, it ain't you don't have to ask because we already had that agreement just for organization purposes to keep the fussing out. Because the two things that, of course, everybody know, finance and sex is what's the root. So, and that's my thought process of dating and in a long-term relationship. That's how it is. But we start off by dating, doing the same thing, but you're doing it with your accounts, but I'm showing you how it is. That way, when we progress, it's easier to carry on. And
this has been an amazing discussion so far. I just want to let you guys know that we have about 5 minutes left. We can continue this. We could do a part 2, whatever you guys, are interested in doing, because this has been an amazing conversation. So y'all let me know. We can message after this is over, or we can talk after this is over, but we're going to kind of wrap this up with this last comment that Keisha was about to make. And I think, Freeman, you were going to respond to her.
Okay. Finances and sex.
What about
Should that really be finances? And when you're with somebody, I mean, of course, it should, but I guess it should play a factor. But if you want something that's real, you got to go in trying to learn a person. You got to go in. I need to know you. You could be the richest man ever with a horrible, and then you could be a woman with the biggest box in the world, but the sweetest person ever. You could be a man with a shrimp, but the best person ever. Sex and finances, you gotta remove that from your life partner. Cause when you get old, cause that thing don't stop working. You took the biology. That thing ain't gonna do what it do all the time. And that money ain't gonna matter after so long, cause you ain't gonna need to buy something. I need to be able to laugh with you. I need to be able to laugh. That's what I need. I need to be able to laugh. I need to fall and you come in here and laugh at me because I done fell in this bathtub and helped me out and we both on the ground laughing. Them the memories that when people die, that's what keeps you going in a relationship. It's emotional. It's a connection. That finance and sex, man, some of the best niggas in the world swinging that piece ain't got a dime and people is happy. It ain't about that. It's about what the person do from you from that perspective, from your point of view. What's gonna do it from you from that perspective? I want to laugh and joke. I'm funny. I'm gonna laugh about whatever. I want to laugh because when we get old on that rocking chair, when you fall out that chair, I'm gonna laugh and I'm gonna need you to be able to handle that.
Are you ready for me to answer this? I'm ready when you're ready. All right, so
Okay, go ahead. Right ahead.
all right, so first, are you ready? No, incorrect, because I just got through talking to my parents, so incorrect and no. Secondly, let me finish. I let you talk, and I normally cut people off. Secondly, when it comes to finance and sex, every brother on this phone, don't worry, I'll wait. You ready? Oh, okay. So
yeah, I got
every brother on this phone knows when it comes to the household, when it comes to finance, we all know when things are running accordingly, the sex is better. Nothing is on your mind to stress you out, to get in that bedroom, to do what you do, because I done took care of everything. So you can't say, don't worry, I'll wait again. You just asked me to answer the question. I'm answering. You ready? All right, let's go again. Thank you.
Leave it from Freeman perspective. Leave with that.
Here we go. No, I can say what I want. I'm ready. Okay.
I told you trigger.
It's not a trigger. I'm just respect.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I didn't interrupt you. Please allow me to finish. What I am saying is, and every brother on this phone know, when the finances or anything is happening inside of that household, that woman is better than in the bedroom. Bottom line. And when it comes to the concept of sex itself, Cam Newton said it best. And this is real. I had to think about what he said. Cam Newton stated with his fiance, he said, I want you to fuck me like your side nigga, but talk to me like your gay best friend. You really think about that concept of how he said it. Of course, it's vulgar, but if you really look at that, of how that is the relationship of laughing on the floor and doing everything else. But at the end of the day, it has to be order in the household. It has to be. Before you get there and be 80, it has to be order. Now, you talking about the man that's slinging that wood and they happy? No, baby girl. Y'all ain't happy. He happy with you that night, and he going to Sarah the next day and slinging the same wood, and y'all getting into it about something. Trust, we know what that is. When it's a particular part of the vagina that's hit that'll make you go crazy. My grandma, a nun, a wood, the real wood will make a nun go crazy. Yeah, we know what it is. We know how to fix that. But at the end of the day, and I'm telling you, play a book one-on-one. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't been corporate all my life. I'm just letting you know. So, but I am saying inside of that, and what I seek, I'm saying me specifically because it was on me. So I'm letting you know what I seek. I seek a woman that's going to actually be ready, and I don't have to send a representative. I'm just me and somebody that gets me. I get her, and that's that. To each his own, however they think, but that's just me, So
we all genuinely want somebody to accept us for who we are. But we want the unconditional part.
Yeah.
We setting conditions though when we do that. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, I like you.
Love me for who I am, but they gotta come like this. See, that's the part, that's the battle you dealing with. Somewhere in there, one's gonna have to give. You're gonna have to just be open and allow a person to naturally be them. And then just from that, you learn to see if there's an adjustment he made balance.
Yeah.
Okay, we ain't working. All right, cool. I still respect you as a person. Hey, let's hang out and have drinks. Let's be friends. I try to shoot now is to be friends with somebody. Let's hang out a couple times. Just numbers. I ain't even trying to ask. Let's have these drinks. See, now you're gonna be your self the whole time. And I can tell this motherfucker funny as, hey, let's go have dinner. I gave it time. And me going in serious, like, this motherfucker better. You know what I'm saying? I'm, with that false. So I think that's probably the problem that I have with dating is that I'm in that mode and I won't come out of that mode. I won't just give in to someone because she shows interest. Especially at 40, I get that. Oh, I'm interested in you. Now I'm exclusive all of a sudden. Damn, I just got your number 2 weeks ago. Nah, we finna hang out. We finna go bike ride. We gonna go work out. We gonna go play in the park, whatever, sandwich. when you show me like you cool with just being around me on some humble, now I can elevate a little bit. Yeah, let's go eat at a nice restaurant. You've invested your
relationships have no title. The best relationships have no title.
That's just my approach. But of course, now it's like it's not they don't understand it. Like, damn, you ain't pressuring me. Nah, I'm not pressuring you to be in a relationship with me to take care of you, to stress me out. Nah, you finna make money. You finna have fun. That if I'm broke, oh, she gonna buy the food. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
You good from that point on. But a lot of time, everything is what you gonna do for me. What you gonna do is what you gonna do for like 12 months. You know what I'm saying? Before you showing the inkling of like, yo, I'm really rocking with this dude. You know what I'm saying? I want to see that. My mom called, hey, I can't do it. Let me see if don't worry about it. I'll run over there for you. You know what I'm saying? That
right.
The right.
Love it.
You know what I'm saying? But that's my soapbox.
All right. Well, this has been an amazing conversation. I know, Brittany, you said you had something that you wanted to say. We'll let Brittany say what she's going to say. Then we'll let Freeman close us out. But this surely sounds like a part 2 coming up. So once you guys, get yours out, I'll close the show out. Okay? All right. Go ahead.
Freeman, you can have it. I'm going to need part 2.
Okay. All right, Freeman.
Man, I'm just gonna tell you like this. Keys, you may need to go back and watch number 1, then number 2. So when we do come back to Q&A 2, you will have a different perspective. Because you was talking all the way wrong about the respect on the Paris deal. So I need you to get that right, because I respect my girl.
I like it.
Hold on, let me finish. All right. Then on top of that, on part 2, I know it's some other questions we got to get to of different concepts of what we had. So I'm looking forward to it. I appreciate everybody, because guess what? I've actually kind of learned I've stepped back and actually listened and actually and said, you know what, yo, I'm gonna actually try this out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm learning as we actually talk as well. So I'm humble enough to say, hey, I can always learn and understand. But you need to bring them other women on that single though. Like, I mean, you say they're out there, and I believe they out there. It will be lovely to just get the theory and concept of them. So I'm looking forward to part 2 whenever that is. Yeah.
All right. Looking forward to part 2. Thank you all for tuning in to this live Q&A with Embracing the Fight. If you haven't, take a moment to subscribe, click like, click share on Embracing the Fight on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. You all have an absolutely amazing day.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for tuning in to Pressure 23 Radio. Listening to Embracing the Fight with Erica on her podcast featuring Freeman Walker Jr. You guys, is going to be a part 2 of the Q&A with Freeman. So be on the lookout for that. You can follow Erica on Embracing the Fight on all platforms. I'm not sure Freeman's socials. You guys can check on Erica. Maybe Freeman is open to putting his socials out there. Maybe he's not. Ladies who are in, there's a lot of ladies that I know that are interested in dominant men. You hear Freeman, he's interested in dominant men. This is a radio station that we keeping it real, raw, and uncut, but we have Professor Brittany Lewis on the line, and we're going to be respectful to the professor, and I'm not going to use my normal radio tone tonight. So tune in to Pressure 23 Radio on tomorrow. We have Trey Guapo featuring Lean Ching. Bye.